time once again for KKDI's Community Spotlight, where we take some time to get to know influential and important members of the Treemont County community. Tonight, local businessman and recent mayoral candidate for the city of Treemont, Mitchell Hardcastle. And now your host, Ed Phelps.
Good evening. Tonight on the KKDI Community Spotlight, we're pleased to have with us one of Treemont County's most celebrated citizens, a man who has, in just a few short years, brought great prosperity to the city of Treemont with his various enterprises and is looking to serve the city and surrounding county even more. Please join me in welcoming Mitchell Hardcastle, owner of the newly formed Hardcastle Enterprises.
Thank you, Ed. It's a pleasure to be selected for the Community Spotlight this week.
Well, thank you for agreeing to speak with us tonight. Mr. Hardcastle, while you've always been a fixture of Treemont and its environs, your influence has seemingly, for lack of a better term, exploded over the last few years. Obviously, you've owned the Lansing Movie Palace downtown for many years, but then you acquired the land of the old Treemont Drive-In Theater.
That's correct, and may I say, what a tragedy it was for Pete and Edna Crenshaw to lose everything like that, thanks to a couple of careless firework attendants.
As I understand it, those same attendants have yet to be located for questioning about the events at that tragic 4th of July event.
That's correct. As many of your listeners probably know, my brother, Orrin Hardcastle, has served as the sheriff of Treemont County for several years now. He assures me that the case is still open, and once those two men are found, they will be thoroughly questioned about what exactly happened that night. But for my part, it seemed like a shame to let the idea of that go to waste. Pete Crenshaw was an example of the can-do American spirit that makes this country great, but sadly, not the best with his money. So I made a very generous deal with him for his farmland and what was left of the drive-in and built the new Treemont on it. Modernized and updated everything, and I like to think we've done pretty well for ourselves.
Surely that's something of an understatement, Mr. Hardcastle. You've recently consolidated the Lansing and new Treemont theaters under one corporate name. Hardcastle Enterprises, isn't that right?
Also correct, Ed. Hardcastle Enterprises was formed in order to give us the ability to branch out into other avenues beyond just entertainment. We have several exciting projects in the works that I can't provide exact details for at this time, but everything we do is specifically designed to make Treemont County one of the most vibrant and exciting places to live.
The Parkcrest and Brookside Heights communities are Hardcastle Enterprises projects, aren't they?
Partially. Hardcastle Enterprises has provided some initial capital for the construction of the houses in these neighborhoods, but the majority of funding came from city and county treasuries to provide more housing for our rapidly expanding population, particularly those with low income looking for affordable housing.
And you are looking to expand your influence even more. Back in July, you announced your intention to run for mayor of Treemont.
Indeed, I did.
Isn't it true that this move was seen as somewhat controversial by other influential members of the community?
By which I'm sure you mean Clarence Oswald, our esteemed editor-in-chief at the Whistler.
Well, yes. Mr. Oswald has published several editorials characterizing your candidacy as, and I am quoting here, a blatant attempt to turn our idyllic little town into his own corporate empire, end quote. How do you respond to Mr. Oswald's allegations?
It's no secret that Clarence and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. You only have to have seen us go at it at the city council meetings in the past for proof of that. But ultimately, I think we're coming from the same place. We both love this town, and we want to see it thrive and flourish. Where we disagree is on the direction it should move. Sadly, Clarence is married to the past, to Treemont as it was before Korea, Europe, and the Pacific. Honestly, his ideals seem to be married to the town as it was before the Depression. But we can't go back. We can only move forward, into the future. The United States is quickly moving to be one of the world's great superpowers. We have the material, we have the men, and we have the spirit to lead the world into a bright new tomorrow. For my part, I'm attempting to shepherd my own little corner of the country into a bright new tomorrow. Becoming mayor of Treemont will only be a boon for everyone living in the town and the surrounding county.
But, assuming you're elected mayor, couldn't the fact your brother is the sheriff be seen as a massive conflict of interest?
I can definitely see the concern, Ed, but I should point out that Orrin will also be up for re-election next year. If the people of Treemont feel that there is a conflict of interest there, then I would encourage them to vote for either his opponent or my own. And besides, if we both do get elected, Orrin would be answering to the county, whereas I would merely be a mayor of one town in that county, and not his direct supervisor.
Some might say that's a tenuous argument, given that Treemont is the county seat.
Let me assure you and all your listeners, Ed, that my brother and I have had several talks about this very issue, and we do have plans in place to ensure the proper checks and balances will be implemented in the event that we both win our respective elections.
If I may turn from the topic of politics for a moment, our listeners have sent in several questions for you if you're willing to answer them.
Absolutely. I am more than happy to assist our fair citizens in any way I can.
All right. Many of the questions we've received are concerning the accidents which have seemed to plague the new Treemont Drive-In since it opened.
I'd hardly call it a plague, Ed. Yes, there have been some unfortunate accidents that have happened, but we at Hardcastle Enterprises made sure the victims were well taken care of.
Yes, you paid for the funeral of Michael Newell when he was killed during construction of the new Treemont.
Yes, very tragic to see a promising young man cut down like that.
And earlier this year, when a deep fryer at the new Treemont concession stand exploded, you paid for the medical treatment of the young girl who was tending that fryer, Lisa Greystone, isn't that right?
Yes, that is also correct. It was the right thing to do.
Mr. Hardcastle, looking into recent police and hospital reports, there have been several accidents on the site of the new Treemont Drive-In, and the people of this community would like to know why.
I wish I had an answer for you, Ed, but I have taken personal interest in each and every one of these cases, and I can assure you that new safety measures and policies have been implemented, and we have also changed suppliers and contractors to ensure things like this do not happen in the future.
And of course, there's the disappearance of Lloyd Handel.
Do I need to repeat myself again? Fine. Whatever happened to Lloyd Handel did not happen on our property. Both the sheriff's office and the state police found no evidence that he was ever there the night his wife claimed he was. As for his remains, it is entirely possible that they were left at the new Treemont to throw off investigators.
And why would anyone do that, Mr. Hardcastle?
I'm sure I don't know, Mr. Phelps. Do you have any questions that don't pertain to long debunked rumors surrounding me and my business?
My apologies, Mr. Hardcastle. We have time for one more question before we need to take a break, and I'm sure many people in our community would like to know the answer. To what do you ascribe your phenomenal success?
Now, that is an excellent question. Well, some of the usual factors come into play. Know-how, hard work, good old-fashioned bullheadedness. I would say the main secret of my success is knowing how to get the best deal. Everybody wants something in a transaction, Ed, and I have a knack to figure out what that is and how to provide it to them. They get what they need, and I get the satisfaction of knowing I was the one who made it happen. And yes, with a little modest profit for myself.
Fascinating. We will be back with Mitchell Hardcastle after this word from our sponsor.